with 3 wins and 1 more series here to play to catch up to where FlyQuest was. So if they win here today, it puts themselves in a pretty important spot tomorrow in that match.
Okay, so they're leaving the Orianna up and open, dangling here, and it's dangerous. They're just gonna run for top lane power. Srtty just insta-locks this Olaf. Right now, Olaf has determined the meta. 2 of the big counter picks that have emerged primarily in Korea as the most used and most effective are the Jax and the Kled.
Yeah.
However, there are more that you can delve into. We saw even like a Kale hover there. That I think is kind of crazy. But it is very interesting here. Everybody has really become just okay with insta-locking blind Olafs. And if you have a support Shen to back you up too, that makes me very confident.
Yeah, it is really interesting. I mean, it's just skyrocketed in priority. You know, obviously it started coming out of at MSI, but kind of like situationally as counter pick. And then people are like, hey, it's actually pretty good. Let's start playing in this counter pick matchup more. And then they started realizing, hey, it actually kind of just wins a lot of matchups. Now we're blinding it at this point. We're first picking a blind Olaf top, which is not something I thought we would be saying, but definitely has really risen in prio. And a little bit surprised to see DIG not actually picking Denathor's top lane here, because now you can even throw out some protection bans, things like the Vayne, things like potentially the Jax or the Kled. We don't know, if Denathor really plays much of those, but DSG obviously having scrimmed against him are going to have some pretty good insight. So that is going to narrow the options here quite a lot for Denathor.
Yeah, I mean, some people even like Fiora. I don't think that's like a pro champion either that we'll see in pro play, but
so hard to
that or like, a Trundle stat checker either against him. So we'll see. But the Lee Sin here is nice with the mobility. Always is pretty nice to be able to dodge around a lot of those skill shots here with that Olaf axis with the Jhin as well. And so they are remaining fairly safe. There's the Orianna, finally does find her way onto the ban list after nobody willing to pick a low mobility carry in this day and age anymore super early on. Especially with both of these guys looking for possible counter picks. Palafox loves trying to counter pick stuff like that and look for kill angles. Hey, the Trundle that I mentioned, maybe you stat check him.
Yeah, that would be really interesting. I mean, I'm not exactly sure how that matchup goes. I feel like the crazy thing about Trundle is he's known as the stat check guy, and I think in a lot of jungle matchups he wins those 1v1s. Last time I started playing much Trundle top, I felt like I was going to win a lot of those stat checks. I was not winning a lot of those stat checks against some of these modern champions. So I will say it didn't go as well. My Trundle kick did not last very long.
Ezreal dies, he's like, what are my stats at? Hold on a second.
Yeah, what is going on here?
Are these stats correct?
All right, I got my Triforce, I ulted this guy, and he beat my
You're like, I auto-attack, then I, use my chomp.
Yeah. I pressed W, I played it perfectly.
Yeah,
what are we doing?
I'm inside the circle.
Yeah, I'm in the circle. I pressed my R. I right-clicked him. Where did I go wrong? Oh, man, this is a crazy global comp. We got Pantheon TF Shen. This feels like they want to full send it top.
Yeah, guess what? You've got an Olaf you blind picked, and then you have the Avengers you picked with him. Literally everybody's super long-range follow-ups here, so... I actually like this, Srtty on the team ever since he joined DSG really has fit in, and he's always been a carry first style of top laner. So we'll see what they can get done. As far as counter picks, we waited so long for our exciting counter pick here, Isaac. And it's Ksante.
Our 5th pick, Ksante. Yeah, well, I mean, I guess he's just saying, I will to his credit say, I'm not really that keen on playing Kled or Kale or Akali or like all this, any of those. Those things are kind of considered, some spicy matchups or whatever. Yeah. And then, you have TF and Shen ult and Pantheon ult. You're kind of like, well, all the carries are kind of high risk. So you're probably going to get slammed by all these globals. So I guess his choice is then, well, I'm just going to mitigate loss. I'm just going to farm, and we're going to hope that this Olaf is not that useful later. But I will say it also leaves them in this situation where you got no engage. Like, your engage is basically Lee Sin hoping you're going to kick someone in. And I feel like later on in the game, it's going to get really hard to play where, when TF has a couple items and just walking forward with a rapid fire gold card, you just kind of gold card anyone and then just hit that person. You can just kind of keep doing that, rinse and repeat. Yeah. So it is a little bit scary, I feel like. And they have good go buttons, obviously, with Pantheon ult plus Shen ulting in on top, point and click stun with the taunt guaranteed to follow up right thereafter. So feel like there's a lot of good tools on that side.
I've got the engage for you. I can see it now.
The Ghost engage from bot lane.
They realm warp in the Ksante with this W on.
Oh.
So he's unstoppable, and then he gets the big
yeah.
push. You get the genius realm warp, and all the enemies are standing like close to a wall.
Five-man path maker.
Very close to the wall. You hit the realm warp 5-man path maker.
That's nice.
Clean, huh?
Well, set it up.
And the Lee Sin's in there with him too. Then you kick him back through.
Yeah, okay. 5-man Pathmaker and the 5-man Lee Sin kick. Beautiful engage. That's what we want.
And the Olaf does not hit his R button.
And this is Raz's match of the week. And Emily tells me he's picking first, but I choose to live in a world where Raz has to pick last. I think it's more fun. Yeah. So I'm just gonna, even though I know what she says to be true, I'm just gonna choose not to believe her.
She did say we were liars too and spreading misinformation last time.
Yeah, our producer even just said, "Is she reliable? Can you trust her?" You know? There you go. There you go.
Production sowing the seeds of doubt between the talents.
See, Emily didn't consider that we're okay with being liars, you know, and there's a lot of us. So
if enough people are spreading the misinformation,
it becomes somewhat reliable, doesn't it? It's reliable misinformation. The truth may set you free, but our lies will lock you into this.
Wait a second. Are these lies true? Well, it is true that Palafox is trying to trade very heavily with the TF here. However, that might attract some jungle attention. We've got some interesting pathing going on. Pantheon here, you know, KryRa did his Wolves Gromp into blue, and so he's looking to get active. I like this. Pantheon is one of these junglers that even in the other form of Pantheon, before they reworked him, was so good at level 3 ganks.
Oh,
Dardoch's thinking of level 3 too, and Palafox is going to be toast!
Yeah, Palafox in a lot of trouble here. Flashes up and goes away, and that's going to be pretty smart from him. Instead of trying to actually flash backwards, definitely would have got caught there by KryRa. Well done. It does cost him both his summoners. Dardoch looking for Callme, won't be able to find him with the Sonic Wave, so a little bit of pressure there from DSG. Doesn't take too much time either. KryRa right back to farming, and it's 2 summoners down for Palafox, so he's going to be vulnerable. Yeah,
I mean, that was well done. They try to set up with pull the gold card as Pantheon's coming over, but right as the gold card expires, Flash Ghost, and he is out of there. Nicely done. Survival of Palafox, and both junglers will be back to their kind of delayed rest of their clears on the top side of the map. Both of them trying to go for the level 3 camp plays. Dardoch, of course, had an idea for the invade. Playoff is pushing bottom lane. Ezreal, Karma, you're always looking to try and use that early push advantage and poke that they get to also help with jungle pressure. But because of the modifications that KryRa had, it ended up as nothing there for Dardoch, and doesn't end up getting ahead either. Even when enemy jungler does usually do a level 3 gank like that, usually you're a little bit more efficient, but because of the plans that were laid already, they're still at parity.
Yeah, nice little hold there from the Karma, but Dardoch going to spot KryRa, was trying to wrap around, is going to connect on that Sonic Wave. Ward hop forward, looking for more here. Lyonz going aggressive. IgNar very low. The 4-shot not enough from Sajed to take him down. IgNar was, of course, freezing that wave on him. As Dardoch over here on the scuttle does have a pretty big health advantage. This looks like a bad fight for DSG, but Callme's walking in anyway, bold as he likes, because Lyonz is coming up. KryRa put low. The heal used there from Lyonz goes to the taunt flash, but does get flashed away from there by Dardoch. And it looks like at the end of the day, Dignitas with that HP advantage, even down a man, are going to push them out, and Lyonz has to be a bit respectful, has no flash, and will walk out.
Yeah, good flash from Dardoch here as he sees Lyonz coming, knows what he's going for. But mid lane, Lyonz isn't done. Gold card into...
We'll see if he can catch for the taunt. Palafox just walking away, and that will keep him safe yet again here. And is back towards mid lane to collect this wave. So Palafox not losing much of anything. Palafox and Dardoch doing a good job there, winning out in that 2v3 at the end of the day.
This has been a fun start to the game, even though nobody has died. We still get our fill of action. Lots of attempted plays, attempted ganks going on here as the skirmishing does continue.
Yeah, Callme getting pretty low here. Palafox just doesn't have the mana to actually finish him off, unfortunately for him. And I was going to say, FBI wasn't creating much of an advantage on that bot side, but we didn't see actually what happened to Sajed after this skirmish began in the river, but Sajed fell down over 2 full waves off of that because, obviously he delayed his base, but then he had pretty much caught up entirely in farm after that, and I'm not sure exactly what happened, if it was just a bad base timing or if he was getting zoned off by the Karma or something, because of course Shen roamed.
Yeah, Shen left and stayed gone for quite a while. I think the second play there for Lyonz, I don't know which one called it, but you know, the gold card into him trying to go for Palafox again, and Palafox walks away. That was a significant portion of time. And the cost to support roams are more heavy now on this patch. You know, of course, everybody's still of the opinion like, you know what, I'll get my catch-up XP, you know, all good. But for right now, IgNar's going to, you know, have a little bit of experience lead over Lion as well. And we'll see. It's really annoying as when you're already in the double poke lane and getting shoved under your tower. See if they will sustain any further damage. You're always playing for extra plate money here, and good plate money already for FBI.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's, you know, it's not just the cost of the role quest that you're talking about. It's, if Sajed's getting zoned off, that's an expensive roam, right? You know, if you're losing 2+ waves, that plus the experience, like that is equal to a kill, right? That is a lot that he is giving up there as Palafox pops the early ghost. KryRa going in. Gold card going to get locked in here for Callme onto Dardoch. But again, 2v3, they just fight it out, and now the bot lane is roaming here. Lyonz will be pushed back. Ezreal and Karma did move up. Jhin just going to head back to base once again. They're just constantly going for Palafox, and it's getting them nothing. Yeah,
I mean, they also have very little synergy with KryRa and Lyonz there, you know. Lyonz taunts away out as they go for the... Here we go, in.
Yeah, they're going back in. In comes the Destiny. Lyonz going to be knocked down for first blood. IgNar incredibly low, burning down to that Ignite. FBI taking some damage back from KryRa. In comes Callme, trying to finish off FBI. He's going to be able to do it. Palafox going out with the Realm Warp will escape. Him and IgNar limping out of there on low health. DSG do go +1 kill and should be able to grab the dragon off the back of it.
Yeah, they make it work this time around. There's the taunt they want with the double taunt. All right, they're walking up over here. IgNar right in. There goes Lyonz. They lock him up, but really, they come through with the Twisted Fate ultimate right in. Get the gold card on him. KryRa's able to back away. He blocked a lot of damage there. And is able to get the kill onto Dardoch, so that secures them the Drake here. They do get their victory after all these attempts skirmishing around mid lane and buy the dragon. DSG finally get their extra kill. They do get their dragon, and Lyonz went for another roam towards top side. He is still level 4.5. And we'll see as IgNar is headed back to the bottom side where FBI continues to knock off more turret plates.
Yeah, so Jed going to be able to pick up some of this farm, of course, but
landing mystic shots too.
Yeah, he is very far down at this point, and it is, you know, 12 CS plus the plates. FBI 500 gold ahead right now. Pretty significant lead there for TF with the kill and the CS, plus obviously all the fake passive gold that he's going to be farming. And Srtty is just kind of slowly winning out on that top side. Hasn't been able to get as many plates as the Ezreal, but does have that 2-wave advantage to his name.
Yeah, pressure is going to continue down here. And since Lyonz, I mean, he does have both summoner spells, but is definitely going to not make it up to the top side for that play. So Grubs will go over to Dignitas.
Yeah, I mean, it's always tough because, like, Lyonz is roaming a lot, which is putting Sajed in a tough spot. But at the same time, what can Shen really do in the 2v2? And that's kind of, I guess, what he's having to weigh, because this is a cleanse Ezreal, right? So even if you taunt flash him, he's just going to cleanse it and E away, and then you could get tethered by the Karma and just die. So there's not really a lot of aggressive moves he can do. Of course, you can help them to farm under tower and, you know, maybe block some poke and things like that. But he is just trying to weigh the risk versus reward, I guess, of these roams. And so far has been going for it a lot. Of course, about to hit level 5, so we'll be able to roam more freely.
And again, you can take advantage of the catch-up experience as a support. Supports are always the lowest level on your team in the game, and your catch-up experience is based on the average level of your opponents. That determines the level of the minions, so you can just soak it up down there and try and slingshot.
Losing lane, going down levels? Nah. Clever use of game mechanics.
Exactly. Catch up. We'll see as far as the...
Oh, here comes the TF in. Nice taunt to set it up. Gold car is there. Avengers arrive. Holy moly. KryRa, Sajed, everyone getting involved, as that is a very dead Karma, but it is just a dead Karma at the end of the day. So a lot spent for that one kill on just the support.
Yeah, I mean, but their idea is we just keep creating action, burning summoner spells and stuff, and then slamming our ultimates whenever we have them. So we're constantly burning more cooldowns off the opponents and keeping more action which creates more areas to use our globals in. And if they can just, you know, keep hitting on repeat these plays, then it will eventually add up here. 2 more minutes until the next Drake, and just trying to keep that action going. By the way, this whole time has isolated the top lane. The other side benefit of we're always fighting and skirmishing around mid lane with our support and our jungle. Top laners know, hey, we can see enemy support and jungle all the time. And so Srtty up there, Olaf, is farming away, farming up a storm versus the Ksante, especially with the early steel caps here. Now we're going to see a Dignitas invade, though. Palafox helping out Dardoch with some counter jungling.
Yeah, you can see Callme and KryRa are here, going to be trying to push them back. It is secured, though, by Dig, and it looks like they will be able to just walk this out. Curtain Call going to get opened up, though. FBI shifts away. Some nice dodges. Third shot does connect, but that is all he will get from it. And Dardoch's going to go right back into the waiting arms here of KryRa and Callme, taking a ton of damage. Does ward hop back out. Heal used for the move speed. They're looking for Dardoch. Kick does not actually connect onto Callme, just knocks KryRa back. It means he has to flash over the wall to get out of there.
Yeah, definitely living on the edge there. Dangerous for Dardoch. They avoid casualties so far. Bot lane's going to finally get pushed in the other way this time, though. So maybe Sajed's time to actually get some pushback.
Yep, going to be able to push this in. Maybe get a plate if he can get it up there, but might just want to take the base as he hasn't bought in quite a long time. You can see FBI now on that Triforce is heading out towards mid lane. So Palafox likely going down towards bot. And role quest just completed there for Srtty. So he will have his TP available, of course, even with that Ghost Flash. And we'll see if he can find an angle to do something. I mean, DSG, despite having this losing 2v2, they're the ones with the early dragon, which is a pretty big deal.
Yeah, good early action created by them. And those globals are almost back up. So Pantheon ultimate is ready. They're just going to fire off another one.
Lands the taunt, and it's just a nice buffered shift there from FBI. So even with the Deadly Flourish connecting, is not going to mean much of anything. We'll see where IgNar wants to go, but of course, Mikhail's very high value against a team like this that does have so much chain CC. But the problem being, there's a lot of CC to layer thereafter.
Exactly. And all the globals are just walking down to bot lane instead. So you got Lyonz, you got KryRa making a roam down bot lane, trying to see if Palafox is going to make a mistake, but Palafox is not giving them the angle yet.
Yeah, Palafox does not give them the angle and does spot KryRa, and there's a taunt in from Lyonz. They are looking for another engage here. Twisted Fate arrives. Sajed is there hitting Dardoch. He has no flash, and I don't think he has any real way out. KryRa flashing out to help get that kill, gets a stand united. Callme is in onto FBI. FBI is going to have to flash away. In comes the man drop from KryRa. Can't find much of anything. The curtains are going to get called. It's Palafox being slowed up into the gold card. The taunt misses on the stun target. Lyonz, what was that? He might burn down as well as Callme is running for it, has to flash over. Denathor arrives, Pathmaker misses. FBI takes down Lyonz. The Dragon helps to get the kill on the second one. Callme gonna fall as well.
And Palafox says, try again, suckers! They cannot take him down! They keep throwing everything at Palafox. He keeps walking away every time. And DSG, they do stumble a bit. They're still in the lead. But we'll take another look here. So Lyonz does get this taunt onto the two members. Good start. Remember, it is Dardoch with no flash, so they focus down Dardoch. Good play here from DSG. They get their pick. They do use the Shen stand united in addition to the Twisted Fate for this play, but here's the follow-up. On that Jhin W, they open up, they wait for extra vision, boom, they see him, and then Lyonz, yeah, just shorts it there with his taunt, then has to flash out, and then with the teleport coming in from Ksante, they gotta bail.
Yeah, they both end up dying at the end of the day. Denathor helps to get that one. And FBI picking up the other. I also got to say, KryRa maybe could have just kept chasing, but instead just farmed the Raptors there. You know, they had the gold card, they had the CC to follow that up. Callme now getting pushed back here by Denathor as Denathor has escaped his cage in the top lane and is only down 300 gold at the end of the day. It is quite a bit of CS, but you know, definitely going to be not the easiest person for them to burst through in these fights with Jhin and TF.
I did think it was a little tragic for Denathor that he teleports down there and doesn't even get the assist on the touch. He was like so close, but that's not even...
spiritual assist. Yeah. You know, you were there. I saw you.
I mean, he teleported and made them start, you know, running away and stuff. But
the scoreboard may not show it, but the homies are going to count that.
Yeah, but you want material rewards for your plays, right? It's nice for when they...
My love and admiration is not enough of an assist for you, Kobe?
For me, it is.
Okay, but not for him.
top laners, you know.
Greedy. Yeah. For a jungler's like, thanks for showing up, bro. Yeah. It's the thought that counts.
As long as you... Oh, here we go.
Twisted Fate going in, looking for FBI. Has no cleanse, but he has the Mikhails there from IgNar that does keep him safe. Nicely done. IgNar just completing that Mikhails and making great use of it already.
Yeah. Dignitas have done a good job fighting back. They kind of deleted the DSG gold lead.
Palafox is just ghosting in. Bold as you like. They're looking for Callme. Dardoch going into the back line. There's the kick flash. Doesn't connect onto either one. And now Srtty arrives, and he's going to pop the Ragnarok looking for Dardoch. FBI is low, but Denathor is blocking those shots. Dardoch has no one to block the hits here, though, from the Olaf, as Srtty making great use of that TP and does get a kill for himself.
Srtty has joined the fight. The Olaf here is going to be really... Wait a second. They're going to collapse on this.
Looking to see if they can actually fight here. They are down their jungler, which is going to make things pretty difficult. TF does not really have a way to join, though. He's showing up on that top side. Going to be secured, though, by KryRa, and they will be able to walk this one out. Yeah,
Ryze recall in there, so they make the call. We're not going to fight this. There is a dragon up on the other side of the map, too, so we'll see about the rotation over. They're going to keep Callme on the top side. Twisted Fate with no teleport, with no ultimate, pushes in the rest of the wave.
I was tripping for a second. The Spectator client wasn't updating the role quest TP from Srtty on the teamfight UI, and I was like, am I crazy? Did he not TP? Did he walk in there? But no, his TP's on cooldown, so he did TP in for that fight. And yeah, great job by Srtty. His first look at that TP is, of course, a very long cooldown when you are not playing Summoner TP and you are just relying on the role quest, but getting a lot of value from it already.
All right, let's see about this setup for the Dragon. The control ward already in mid lane and on the bottom side here for Dignitas. Palafox trying to defend it, but it is on DSG's side. They're going to move in, try and retake this vision and set up for it. The Twisted Fate ult will be up shortly. He still will have to walk a decent ways to be able to get there. It's not a true global. Is going to have to walk, like half of the way as well.
Oh, he's going to pop the Ragnarok looking for Palafox, but we'll just be able to Realm Warp out to safety. So maybe it's worth it to just get the chunk if they can start the Dragon immediately, and I think that is the thought process here.
Yeah, I like the play because Palafox's double mobility summoner spells, no teleport. Ryze, one of the mid laners that does, want to have ghosts for team fighting and stuff, and so Srtty says, I'm just going to get guaranteed gold by trading my ult for yours and your health. So he gets the guaranteed gold on the tower, pushes the wave, forces out the Ryze, and they're going to be able to get the Dragon on top of it. So again, the Olaf here, the pick that we were most scared of, that most of the draft looks like it is built up to be able to complement, does seem to be very scary with Srtty now rotating up to the top side with the Shen, with the Twisted Fate.
Yeah, definitely looking really powerful here thus far. DSG, though, up to that 1.5k gold lead. Denathor, easy path maker to answer that gold card. We'll just buffer out to safety. But DSG just moving around the map well. And I didn't love what Dignitas drafted here. There's just not a lot of pick tools. And when you're behind, that gets even harder. And now Denathor could be in some trouble. Going to get wrapped around on. They just focus down the tower. And now we're going to look for Denathor. They're even going to spend the Pantheon ult, which I don't know if it was even necessary. It's a 1v4. He's going to go all out. Denathor buying some time. Will not be able to escape, but does get both the Twisted Fate ult and the Pantheon ult there. Seemed kind of like overkill.
Yeah, I mean, they really wanted to kill him very, very quickly. It does mean split push bottom side. Ryze gets all the way into the tower. And mid lane as well, getting their push as well. But DSG, they are increasing their gold lead. This is a good look from them. They are continuing to stack the objectives. They continuing to push the pace of the game. The entire game, it has been them dictating these plays.
And KryRa now jumping in onto IgNar. Looks like he will be able to back out. But I got a question for you. Are you feeling peachy? Because the LCS Championship is heading to the Peach State, the Gas South Arena, Atlanta, Georgia, October 3rd and 4th. Single-day tickets are now available, so grab yours, and we will see you there.
We certainly will, and maybe Dignitas or DSG will see you there, too.
And then at the World Championship Finals.
Oh, yeah, they'll definitely see you
First
there.
step is the Gas South Arena, and then Faker.
Truly. All right. In New York, they'll be there as well. DSG currently, though, with a very good situation. They've got a lot of space to work with, and Shen ult is up. The Twisted Fate and the Pantheon ults that they used in the previous one are the shorter cooldown ones. And so they will reliably have those available. for the next big play here. We still have a long time until the next dragon, so a lot of time to work with. And again, you just move the Olaf around and then use some globals. Wait a second.
Oh, this could be trouble here for Callme. Gonna be able to hit him with the gold card and just walk away for now, as Denathor, of course, used the Pathmaker aggressively. Callme just trying to push this in, does have that Roa almost fully stacked on the Lich Bane, and once you get that rapid fire, it just becomes so easy to play. You just walk up, gold card anyone, and kind of play off that, as Callme does look for him with the Twisted Fate ult, but it's an easy shift away from FBI, and even if he was in range, he has Cleanse, so definitely not a high-value ultimate there from Callme, and he is going to get chunked out pretty heavily as a result.
Yeah, FBI not scared at all. They're going to realm warp too.
They're looking for Sajed. I think he might have to early flash. He holds on to it. Now the Stand United does come through. Palafox can't quite finish him off. Does get rooted up. In comes Srtty as well as the ult from KryRa. They're trying to burst him down. They can't quite do it. And the curtains are going to get called here on Dig. Flashing away is IgNar, but Srtty is still going in onto FBI. Shuts him down. Denathor can't get the kill. Flashes forward with the Pathmaker. Does take him out with the shutdown. Now looking for KryRa. Going to be going all out, and KryRa is in trouble. Blocks some big damage. There's the flash in from Callme, but it's right into Q3. It does not matter. DSG has the damage to get the job done.
They get the counter kill here. DSG continues to progress the game. And this was off of Dignitas trying to chase them in a pretty long fight. They're still going to get even more rewards after the kills of the team fight. Tower money going down as well. And another tower going down, especially the mid one, would give you so much room to use these globals and make the next setup.
That was a game-changing play. The fact that Sajed lived, I thought he had early flash for sure. He doesn't, but he survives anyway.
Yeah, and then he's Jhin, so he can just walk all the way away and open up with his ultimate to still provide value to the fight. They roam up on him, and it's also going to cause a lot of forward movement here. FBI shifts forward, Palafox is extremely far forward, so all of that into the counter engage of Olaf and Pantheon ultimate over the top. Even though Lyonz is not able to get his taunt there, they still get the chase down, and Srtty's able to dive FBI, finish him off. At the end of the day, yes, Denathor is still able to get the shutdown onto him, but a shutdown into the hands of Ksante, I don't think really changes the course of the setup for this game, the play of this game. It's still, at the end of the day, 4K gold lead here for DSG, and a good spot up on the top side, everybody around Baron.
Yeah, Denathor was threatening a wraparound, but there's 3 members of DSG make it forward with KryRa up there. And something I noticed in that replay, Dardoch didn't even throw out a Sonic Wave when he arrived in the Realm Warp. He didn't even try. He just immediately backed off. So clearly Palafox wanted to go for the kill. Dardoch didn't think there was an angle, but even just the initial hit of the Sonic Wave would have been enough damage to actually kill the Jhin at the end of the day. So sure, it could have got flashed, but not even trying is a little bit surprising there, and it definitely felt like split comms from Dig. And now the TP coming in here from Srtty. It is Cloud Soul on the table. Of course, this would just be the 3rd dragon for DSG, but Cloud Soul, if you can get that for Olaf, is insane. And both teams definitely wanting to fight for this 3rd dragon.
I want to see how much poke damage FBI can get done early here. He has license to be fairly aggressive, but with no summoner spells, you definitely have to respect the CC that is available on DSG. He's trying to land some Qs, trying to play fairly aggressively, but DSG looking.
Yeah, and he does have the Mikhails, so there is that in the back pocket from IgNar, but of course looking back and forth.
Olaf wrapping around too.
Yeah, Olaf is behind him, and this could be big. Here comes the Stand United. They're going to go right in. Realm Warp going to get popped immediately, and they get out to safety, but Dardoch does not. Lyonz picks up the kill. The other 4 members here from Dig still full health, though, thanks to that Realm Warp. Srtty is low. Will they look for the fight? Palafox trying to push in here with Denathor. Going to get gold carded, stunned up. Lyonz taking some damage. Pathmaker going to connect. Denathor taking a ton of damage back himself. Does get Mikhailed, and now the curtains are going to get called. Denathor is the target. It looks like he is not long for this world. Sajed kills him off. Palafox on the run, but they are chasing. Gold card going to connect. The CC layering is there. The taunt, the stun. The big axe to the head from Srtty. DSG grab another kill. They're on Soul Point.
That looks so weird. Everybody into the Realm Orb except Dardoch. The team just bailed on him. He was out of there. They're still dying.
Yeah, KryRa's behind IgNar, and IgNar's got nowhere to go. It's another kill going their way. FBI will survive, but back-to-back plays felt like Dardoch was on a different page than the rest of the team here. and DSG are 7K up.
Yeah, meanwhile, congrats to DSG here. They have been on the same page the whole game. It is the wraparound gank here from Srtty. Shen in on his back, and everybody's like, get out of here. But Dardoch walked down to the other side towards the Scuttle Crab speed. He's the only one that doesn't get into the Realm Warp. Then they isolate him, they take him down. Since nobody's able to make a real play here for DSG, you're 4 people. As soon as they finish the Dragon, they're ready for the counter here. And it is, again, just playing off your stun cooldowns. Wait for the gold cards. They did the KryRa setup into gold card before. They do another KryRa setup into gold card. It's Pantheon stun into gold card. Both times, they lock him down. They slowly move forward. Kill after kill after kill. Just easy CC for them there. Point and click.
And that's just going to get harder because I bet you has rapid fire now. And yep, it's completed because he just got involved in a lot of kills there. And so now Callme has rapid fire, and it gets that much more difficult here for DIG to be able to deal with that. You know, Callme definitely has some real damage behind it, and the team is starting to get strong. FBI earlier in the game had a 1K gold lead. Now it's even Sajed actually with that slight gold lead, almost has the IE, and Jhin becomes very, very relevant as you do get into the later stages of the game. People obviously talk a lot about Jhin as, you know, being Mosquito, but that's with Ghostblade Rapid Fire. That is not with Hex Optics, LDR, IE. Like, you actually hurt even tanks with these kind of builds late in the game.
Crit Jhin does some good damage here, and especially if your whole team is running forward all the time, creating so much space here. Olaf leading the charge. You have this point and click from KryRa. This Pantheon has been critical. You know, in setting up so many of these plays, and his ultimate as well gives them 2 ways to put extra pressure across the map.
And Curtain Call sometimes can be pretty valuable, sometimes can be pretty useless, but when you have this much point and click CC, it's very easy to follow up, to be hitting these shots, to hit the Deadly Flourish, to hit the ulti shots, because we've seen it gold card into stun, into taunt, into root. Like, that CC is never ending. They're looking for FBI. Callme goes forward.
Red card.
Pull the right card there, and just... it's a warning. You know, you get one. He's going to go back in. This one is going to connect on to FBI, who shifts out to safety. So Callme takes a little bit of damage for his trouble, but they can just continue playing, and they're going to look for IgNar now, who's a little bit too far forward. Beautiful self-Mikhails, though, from IgNar. That saved a kill absolutely. Srtty is pushing on that top side, though.
Yeah, the pressure there is still worth it for DSG. Nice job. You still get full vision when you pop your Twisted Fatal, so you can still push on both sides. They get an extra turret play, get the minion wave in. This entire time, Denathor is pushing bot, so eventually someone from DSG is going to have to catch that wave. Bot side is finally making its way all the way into DSG territory here. So looks like it is Callme that's going to go back and collect that wave as well, or the Twisted Fate with the extra gold generation.
Yeah, DSG playing this really, really well. Very coordinated game. They're looking really on point with the globals. Everyone seems to be on the same page, as you were pointing out earlier, and they are now on Soul Point. It is 1 minute until this Cloud Soul, and that is going to make it so hard for this team that is already, you know, kiting you out and then chasing you down, you know, with these gold cards constantly, giving the additional move speed not only to him, but also Olaf. Like, Olaf has to be one of the very best champions in the entire game with that Cloud Soul move speed burst. You pop that, and you have your Ghost, you're going super speed.
And let me tell you, Srtty is peaking right now. He's got Elixir of Wrath, and he just finished Death Dance, and they're going!
They're sending it. They're looking for FBI. KryRa is behind him. Good buffer. There's the cleanse. Doesn't even matter. FBI fighting for his life. Gets taunted up. Shifts out of that. Denathor in trouble. Trying to get out. Twisted Fate gonna pop the ulti. Srtty has the Ghost active. No one dies on either side. Calm play there from Dignitas keeps FBI alive. The Dragon spawning in 15. They're going to realm warp for the Baron. They're just going to try to full send it before that spawns. And are they aware? DSG are aware of this. They're moving over into the area. KryRa coming out from base has no ultimate. But Srtty is here. He still has the Ragnarok. He sees the Baron getting low. Denathor creating some space. KryRa not yet in range. Srtty going to get stunned up. They're trying to burst it down. KryRa's not going to get there. The Baron is claimed by DIG, but now the Soul has spawned. The curtains are going to get called. The taunt flash on a Palafox. Denathor in a lot of trouble. Goes all out. Gets knocked down. Srtty now running. He's low. Oh. Great cleanse. The kick flash from Dardoch. He turns it around. Gets a shutdown onto Callme. And Palafox once more going forward. Spellflux through the team. KryRa turns. KryRa fights. Oh. Srtty flashes in. And Srtty's taking over this fight. Sajed and Lyonz are back, and that means it's a DSG 1 fight. Dardoch has got to get out of there. DSG go up in kills 3-2, but they have no jungler. The dragon's still on the table.
Cloud Soul is on the map right now. Pings are going out toward it immediately. Lee Sin, let's see if they can get vision for him, because there's no way you can do that with a Lee Sin around. He definitely will steal it away. They're going to have to wait for KryRa, who does not have Pantheon ultimate. These death timers coming back. Palafox is going to be the last one to revive on DSG, though. That Ryze would be critical.
And he has the actualizer now, so definitely
I think he might just be too late, though. I think it's just going to be DSG getting the Cloud Soul, unless Dardoch pulls off some crazy stuff.
We'll see. Dardoch is in the area. They don't have vision of the dragon, but of course they know that they are on it. Lyonz moving around. Dardoch just trying to clear this out. They now got eyes on that dragon, down to 4K.
Where's KryRa?
KryRa's still walking out from base here. Of course, watching from Dignitas POV, down to 3K. Here comes the Pantheon ult. They're going to try to finish. Dardoch's backing up. The call is just to give, and that is Cloud Soul here. That is a 6.3K gold lead for DSG, who feel like they're on the precipice of taking this game.
That last kill, Srtty flashing in to kill the Ryze later and have the delayed death timer, does get them the soul. So here's the Baron. Dignitas, they're able to get it. They finish the Baron, and then it still looks pretty good for them because Lion goes in for his taunt on Palafox, but they don't get much damage down on him. They do get the kill onto Denathor. Moving forward, Dardoch opens up with a huge kick across the front line, and with the shutdown, they decide to go for it here on the 3-on-3, but look at the re-engage. KryRa goes first, Srtty can follow up, and that allows them that Ryze kill. With that delayed death timer, they're able to get the Cloud Soul in the aftermath.
Yeah, and FBI just went a little bit too far forward. I think he didn't have his shift available. He triggered a Jhin trap, and then he felt like the only way through was walking forward, but then he took the spear from KryRa, just barely got in range of that, got hit by a deadly flourish, and that was enough to finish him off from around 30-40% wherever he was. Had he lived, it looked like off that kick flash from Dardoch, I thought Dig could have turned the fight. I thought they could have denied the soul.
Close. They
Very
could have.
close.
Could have, but did not. And now it is Cloud Soul, 7,000 gold lead to DSG.
Remember, tomorrow, pro players take over the LCS. Watch Zven, Dokla, Inspired, Zazel, and Jose Dioto run the analyst desk and the cast tomorrow. There is going to be none of us, none of the usual LCS folks on the analyst desk. It is just them. They make the segments, they plan them, they run them, and it's going to be mayhem.
It's going to be beautiful. We'll see. Pro player takeover, definitely looking forward to that one. Right now, DSG takeover is happening before your eyes as they're closing in on game number 1. Looks like they're going to be able to reveal everybody with the Twisted Fate ult to the bottom side and still keep up the pressure.
Taunt there on to Denathor. Of course, does get hit by the Deadly Flourish. Will be okay. And yeah, Dardoch just ward hopping over the wall there, escaping from that TF ult. So feeling pretty good. And they have a ton of move speed here. The Realm Warp comes in, but you can see, look how fast DSG are in this little boost of move speed here from the Cloud Soul Rift. Palafox, Denathor trying to move forward, but they are holding the line here well. And now, curtain's going to get called. Denathor getting low. This 4-shot will hurt a lot. Holding it very patiently, and Dardoch is able to block.
All right, bottom side, it's got to be giving up turret plates there too, though, because Olaf pushing and it's just Ezreal down now. Yeah, that tower's almost dead.
We're going to see deep TP here coming in. It is going to be Denathor looking for that flank, but Dardoch already getting chunked out very heavily. IgNar moving forward. Callme looking with the gold card is chunked low. But again, just use that move speed. Run straight away here. Going to see if they can find anything else, but just doesn't look like it. Dig is just so low on engage. It's very hard for them to force, even when they feel like they see an angle. DSG just kind of walks away.
Yeah, even when they have the deep teleport, the pincer movement from them, they can't lock anyone down to keep them there. And Dignitas, even though there's a little bit of pressure there on DSG, but they still find their route out, still walk their way out. Invest the heal from Lyonz is about all they need to get Callme to safety, and they can get their reset.
And Callme now just completed his death cap, so he is very rich. A lot of big item completions coming through, it feels like here. Serpent's Fang even bought up for KryRa. Pretty nice with all the shielding there between the safeguard and the footwork from Denathor and everything. And KryRa was very deep looking for an angle. Yeah,
I wondered if they were going to try and get an angle for Srtty to teleport, and they were going to have teleport in with KryRa starting out, and they were going to actually fight that. But honestly, it's better value. Wait.
Lyonz could be in some trouble, getting chunked low. KryRa goes in, Twisted Fate ult's gonna get popped. Denathor coming in to reinforce. Palafox put very, very low. Dardoch stunned up by the gold card. KryRa going back in, trying to take him out. Nice Pathmaker there, stuns up the TF as he arrives, and Callme may just be going down. Stand United gets popped, but Denathor kills him right through it. FBI over the wall here, running from this Olaf. Olaf flashes over, and into the GA goes Dardoch. Denathor trying to run from KryRa, but I don't think he's got anywhere to go. FBI hitting Srtty, but he just doesn't deal any damage, and Sajed certainly does. Great sidestep there on the Deadly Flourish, keeps him alive for now, but it costs him the flash, it costs them 3 kills, and it costs them potentially a Baron as well.
Yep, Baron over to DSG. Game number 1 is looking in hand for DSG. It's a scramble, and they've got the Cloud Soul move speed to be able to chase everybody down there. That fight did get very chaotic with the split. Them going 2 different sides, but still able to get the collapse there for DSG, chase down the kills, get the Baron. And now they definitely have what they need to be able to continue the siege and finish this one out. Here's a look at the start now. Lyonz will see him go for the taunt onto Palafox, but they don't quite get that, and so he gets pushed out. Palafox to the backside, and they just decide, you know what? Still keep going. Set it up, Pantheon stun into attempted gold card, and even though Callme is going to die on this side, guess what? Srtty can run through, and with the Jhin bullets, they're going to Pantheon ult too, and just continue the dive, finish off IgNar, finish off Callme. And then they've got the rest of them trapped. Guardian Angel down, as well as the Ksante.
And IgNar there looking a little bit perturbed as this game definitely slipping away from 20 seconds until Elder. That's maybe the last chance here for Dignitas. Palafox is going to get stunned up, taunted up. There is the Mikhails trying to keep him safe. But now it is Denathor taking a lot of damage. Just dancing back and forth is DSG, and now the curtains are going to get called. Denathor is not looking very tanky, and here comes Srtty into the middle of the whole team. Dignitas do get out as Denathor uses the all-out to just escape from that Ragnarok Olaf, but it's going to get interrupted here on the recall. Srtty put quite low.
Good interrupt.
Eyes on this dragon here. If they can stop Srtty from going back to base again, though, Dignitas might just have a chance, and they're going to try to force it.
Dignitas dragon here. Srtty's getting his recall off this time now. It does finish. He has a teleport ready, too.
And Dignitas are a little bit low on health. Callme goes in with the stun, arrives KryRa. Kick flash from Dardoch trying to get out of there. He's put very, very low. Realm Warp going to be used. Dardoch is going to actually take the Realm Warp here. But in the middle of the team is Denathor, and that's where he will be buried. DSG take control of the Elder. This is all theirs. Dignitas can do nothing.
All right, DSG, they're going to go for more.
Callme going in, Stand United, FBI turning, fighting, but it doesn't matter. Callme's got hands. The taunt there on a Dardoch is going to secure another kill for Srtty, who is just looking to chase them down. Level 20 ticks Srtty as he gets the Elder buff. They're pushing in. They're looking to take this first game and claim their second game win of the season.
DSG looking good when they need to do it versus Dignitas. Important series for them with some good implications for playoffs.
Yep, they are looking at a must-win here, and it looks like in game 1 they will be able to get the job done. DSG, eyes on the Nexus. Dignitas will fall, flashing forward, try to kill Palafox in the fountain. Can't quite do it, but it doesn't matter. 15K gold lead, 22-7. DSG with a beautiful game 1. Great control, great coordination. Analysts, what do you think?
I think it's fun to see DSG with another win. Second game win of the year.
Yeah.
Not of the year, sorry, of the summer.
Yeah.
And dare I say, Ezreal, I'll add on, handsome. They're also handsome.
Oh,
okay.
Add more compliments.
And well read.
Okay.
Yep, we love some education.
Well, they didn't read Dignitas this entire game.
So I'm going to go into something game related, which is that at the start of this, Raz and I were talking through draft, and we were like, okay, the comp on the left maybe a little bit